Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 30th of November 2023. So yesterday, bullion, bonds and black gold all bid as rate cut hopes ramp up. So it looks like we could get some interest rate cuts next year, according to the news. US stocks finished flat after hawkish comments. So there you go, you've got a completely polar opposite opinion there in the news. So nobody knows whether the rates are going to go up or be cut, according to those two new items. It doesn't really matter because the markets are moving up at the moment as we're in the Santa rally phase of the year. And economic news for today, just to support the market, that's Wednesday. So let's have a look at Thursdays. So we've got core CPI flash estimates for the Europe at 10 a.m. and also OPEC meeting all day. Lagarde's out speaking today. And then at 1:30, we've also got core price index, unemployment claims, 245, we go Chicago PMI, and then pending home sales, also out at 3 p.m. So let's see what the markets make of that selection of news later in the day. So that's where we're at with the news. So let's have a look at the markets and see what happened during yesterday and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, we can see yesterday the 35,518 was taken out, and it was done convincingly as well. And now we've got a new high for yesterday that needs to be taken out as well. That's at 35,580. And also let's go to the weekly chart and have a look here as well, so that we can see where we are in the bigger picture, because we're starting to not see anything to the left of the chart. So 35,686 is the recent high. It's not the all-time high for the Dow. That hasn't done that yet. So let's have a look at the monthly chart and see where we are with that. Let me just bring this down a bit so we can see it, and also move it over to the left a bit. So there you can see that we've got a bit of a distance to go yet in the monthly chart to get to the all-time high, which is 36,952. So you might as well say 37,000. So you've got a ballpark figure. There's the resistance to the left in the weekly chart at the moment. I don't see any reason why at this point the market should collapse, barring a geopolitical event. So these are the targets for the Dow. It's been a long time since the Dow actually went to the all-time highs. It goes back to January 2022. So it's been a long time coming back to this level there of 37,000, just for the sake of 48 points there. In the German DAX, also we've got the all-time high going back to July of 23. I think it was in August 23. So there, 16,531. Looks like we'll have no problem getting to this. It'll be different when we actually get to it. And see what happens, given the lows in the implied volatility. 1094 yesterday was the number. I haven't created the chart as yet today, but it was 1094. That low is down at 983. So even though, despite the markets moving higher, we've still got a bit of an issue there with the volatility. There seems to be a bit of concern about what's going on. That'll be a first. Market heading towards 89% retracement. And you've got the all-time high there at 16,531, which will, like I say, will be interesting if the market gets to this level, because, again, we got the all-time highs before, we saw what happened with the decline there. So 30-minute chart for yesterday, we had the launch pad of the previous day's high, the close, the averages all in the right direction, as I mentioned in yesterday's alert. And wallop, straight up we go. We've already taken out yesterday's high as well, but the market pulling back as I record. I'll just show you the 5-minute chart there. So you've got the high there, and we've had a bit of movement already overnight. We saw this yesterday, which was really odd, that they were priming the market way before the 7 a.m. futures open. So at the moment, back at the 50 EMA in the 5-minute chart, and again attempting to move higher once more. Back across the pond with the S&P 500, we're through that 4540.5 level. Yesterday, market moving higher, but if we look at the 30-minute charts, it didn't like it. It soon came back, as you can see, and actually took out the 200 MA and the DP by the end of the night. And the close is a whole lending support at the moment to try and move the S&P back, which of course is a broader market. not a lot to report with this one. The FTSE is just treading water, as you can see in the 30-minute chart. We moved up and then moved down, and we're trying to move up above the DP on the overnight. It's just a matter of whether the market will hold or not there. US dollar, a bit of a move to the upside yesterday, but overnight still below the 5-bar moving average there at the moment. Let's have a look at the metals. And once again, silver allowed to move higher, but we do have some supply coming into the market there. Let's see whether we can hold above the $25 an ounce, where we're currently above there, which is the DP, the close as well, and the 50 EMA now. Let's see if it will. We're obviously above the 200 MA there as well, which is just down there. But we've got to take out yesterday's high to begin with, which is 25.25. The market soon got hammered back down there. Like I say, longer term, I don't see any chance of this going up. The same as gold. It's above $2,000 at the moment, but it's not above the all-time high, which you can see there is 20.78 for the all-time high of the derivatives of this market. So you got that triple top. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get through this next time at 20.78. 30-minute chart, market sideways there. Needs to remain above the DP today, but we'll just have to wait and see what they do with today's release of economic news. In the gold-silver ratio, sideways, not doing a lot, but this consolidating, it isn't actually moving lower, which is interesting. So next move likely to be to the upside once we get this no week of news out of the way and all of the nonsense that surrounds it. So we'll just wait and see there. Right, let's have a quick look at the basic trades. If I recall, I don't remember doing any yesterday because I don't think there were any, despite the market moving up strongly. But let's have a look anyway at what happened. So starting off in the morning, the market sideways, then we shot up, which we looked at yesterday morning. The market then coming back below the high, but then getting back above the high, and that was the last time. And from the start of the trading session, you can see there the market above the high, and that's how it remained and headed up towards the R3, which I also mentioned during yesterday's alert, saying it was one of the targets. Now, we had a potential short. This didn't last because the market reversed off this as well. Took the stop out before it was filled. And then the market just trading up towards the R3. And then through the mid-morning just drifting. And look how narrow these bars are. Bearing in mind that the distance between each of these lines, the grey lines and the BRNs, are 12.5 points. This market was barely managing 3 or 4 points. It is the most bizarre situation I think I have ever seen, where a market has had everybody at the desks but no direction. It's just like limbo land at the moment, just levitating and keep moving the markets higher. Obviously for the bonuses is the only thing I can conclude. And in the afternoon was no better. We had some Bailey speaking. We had a potential buy that wasn't filled. Market came down, sat on the BRN and the 200 MA, and then made its way back up once more. But there was just no volatility. There's a minimum requirement for the bar width, as we know from the settings, and they just wasn't met during any of the bars for the day. It was just one direction, the market moving higher, and then when it became quiet, it became deadly quiet. Like I say, with 2-minute price bars of 3 to 4 points over 2 minutes. That's how quiet it was during yesterday. So have a quick look overnight, see what the market's doing. So there you can see that we've got a bit of activity. In fact, we've got more volatility overnight than we had yesterday lunchtime. Market back below the highs, but again, determined already to bring it back above those highs. As you can see there, we're through all of the resistance, 16.045. That's taken out now, so it's just a matter of moving higher. If you want to see the other details on this, then you'll see it in the earlier, the more advanced chart where the market is actually heading. So yeah, nothing to stop it from moving higher at the moment. It's green all of the way in this particular time frame. So again, let's see what happens during today, with basically no news once again. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.